This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch.
Welcome to episode 66 of Beer Bros and BS, your home for pop culture, craft beer, and other BS. I'm Dave the Big Librarian.
Jose.
Tonight I'm joined with...
Jump the gun!
I was setting you guys up. I was going to see who's going to try and jump in. Go ahead, Jose.
Jose.
JJ the Mel Chef.
Tony, craft beer gooner.
Ah, yes, and this is Dan.
Just Dan.
That's it.
So as always, we drink a bunch of great beers tonight. First, we're going to have Jose go ahead and read off the names of the beers.
All right. We have Perrin Brewing Company. No rules.
Interesting.
Innis Gunn. Oak aged beer.
Bourbon Barrel.
Bourbon barrel.
Bourbon Barrel.
Samuel Adams. A New World. The hell? Cigar City Brewing and Kill Switch Engage in Alive or just Brewing IPA.
So which beer are we drinking first?
And lastly, the one that we're drinking first.
Got me.
Lastly, we're drinking it first. Okay.
MIA. Que será cereza.
Oh, shit.
Say that 3 times fast.
Que será,
I've always thought it was cool how, like, the Spanish words for cherry and beer are very similar. Like cereza and cerveza.
And cereza.
It's pretty fucking cool.
And if it's Olympic, it's a cereza cerveza.
Ooh.
Cerveza, cereza.
a creek.
For our
if you will.
non-Spanish listeners, there you go.
I like how in German, beer is the same word as in English.
Beer. You just have to say it more fucking aggressively, because that's how the Germans are.
And louder.
And more awesome. Yeah. Exactly.
Prost!
Eine Bier bitte.
It sounds so angry.
Ux beer.
So what do you guys think about this first beer?
It's pretty awesome.
Let's try it.
Pours out a dark magenta.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of beer is this, Hose?
This is a Berliner Weiss made with cherries and actually a little bit of mint. And
yeah, and now that you mentioned the mint, you can kind of feel it at the end a little bit. It's pretty damn nice. I like it.
Yeah, super refreshing. I'm a big fan of this. They make fantastic sours at MIA.
It's good. It's like cherry pie.
Do you know it?
I think this like rather than adding the guava, what they did is that they added the cherries into it and mint.
It's really good. Do you know what the ABV is?
The ABV is 4.
For a Berliner, that's a pretty good number.
Yeah, that's
Nice, man. I like it a lot. But MIA has a lot of good ones.
Yeah, this is like their second series of sours, opposed to the first batch. With
they had like the Regreso a Mi. They had the other one.
I'm trying to think of the one that had the scorpion peppers
Encanto
and a
Amor.
blackberry.
Chango.
Yeah.
Chango, but they had Encanto de Amor, which
Yeah, that one was awesome too.
Yeah, those are always good things.
So let's start off the
Beers
show
are
with
always
a couple questions of would you rather. Let me ask you guys: would you rather, as a superpower, poop silver or pick boogers of gold?
Ooh.
poop silver.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you get more monetary value out of pooping silver because it's more quantity than just like a little bit of gold.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like my poops are way bigger than my boogers.
I would hope so.
Although there was that one time.
But gold is worth a lot more than silver.
Yeah, I mean, like
I'd have to do the math.
a solid like Taco Bell shit will be worth a good amount of money than just like picking my nose after one night and getting some gold out of there. I don't know. I think I'd do better.
My question is, what if you like have to blow your nose and you have like liquidy snot, is it like liquid
Liquid
gold?
gold. That's what I was
Not
going to say.
Velveeta, but you know.
Wait, if you pick your nose, would you be a gold digger?
You would.
Yes.
Nice.
You would also be a minor.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If it counts for blowing your nose, my morning sinus problem sucks, so I have to blow my nose like world record 60 times.
Yeah, I would be using the
Endless gold.
If I shot silver, I'd be using the litter box, so I can collect it afterwards with the scooper.
Yeah.
You don't already.
Okay.
And what would you? What would you do with all this silver?
I just pooped in your litter box.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I'd make a deposit at the bank. Just pull down my pants.
Like, I'm going to take a deposit.
God damn it. We're already talking about this?
All right. So
You sound
Hey,
surprised.
this is Dave's fault. He starts off with a question with boogers or poops.
First fucking thing we talk about.
let's go a little less.
Gross.
A little less disgusting, yes, okay.
Would you rather be a skilled fighter or a martial artist, or have a perfect fit body?
Skilled fighter.
Wouldn't a skilled fighter already have like a pretty good body though?
Not like a Mr. Olympia,
There
where
you go.
where your body alone could just win you money, just
Well-
looking at you.
But being a perfect martial artist would be more useful in the long run.
Yeah, would it? I mean,
Well, if you
It
have
worked
to
out-
defend yourself.
if you had to defend yourself, but if you won money as Mr. Olympia,
Well, you could go and win like the UFC title or some shit.
you could do that.
You know.
You'd be a skilled martial artist.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, but they all are skilled martial artists.
Okay.
So you could fight in the UFC, or
Oh, you wouldn't be the most skilled. You'd just be skilled.
you would be a skilled fighter.
Oh.
He's like, I already am.
But you'd still,
Yeah.
you'd still have a
Okay,
dad
so-
bod.
In that case, Mister, I would have the dad bod so I can, like, get money. Just paid.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit in the face. I'll take the
And
perfect body.
I'm pretty sure Sonia would appreciate the new body.
Six pack.
Yeah, I understand you have a special arrangement if you have a six-pack.
No, it's not a six pack. It's a V cut.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I'd pick the shredded bod, just for health reasons.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah, I'd go with the fit figure and all that shit.
I thought I told you guys I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Didn't Michael Jackson say that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
And me and him are a lot alike. Not in that way.
I saw the funniest meme. It was a picture of Michael Jackson and a picture of E.T. And it was the Alien and Predator.
Great.
That's old.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you guys. Would you rather once for 10 minutes every week become paralyzed from the neck down randomly, or have a 5% chance of saying the N-word in every conversation you engage in?
Like 5% more than I already do?
I was gonna.
Yes.
I was gonna say Dan would be like, that'd be a decrease for me.
Or I could potentially become paralyzed for 10 minutes when I'm in the middle of driving on the highway.
Yes.
Then I'm not going to risk death if I let it slip,
But letting it slip in the wrong situation can cause bodily harm.
Or death.
Well,
death.
imagine you talking on the phone and just, you throw out the N-word in the middle of a conversation of a sale.
Like, nigga, you know I'll buy this cruise. Whatever.
The language of Dan 12 Con does not reflect that of Beer Bros BS
come
and its
on, man. It
affiliates or
ends with
sponsors.
an A.
Exactly. That makes it okay.
What about you guys?
I would have to go with the N-word too.
I mean, it's a 5% chance you'll say it in every conversation, but that means it's a 95% chance that you won't.
Exactly, and the whole
And you
10
can,
minutes of being
and you-
paralyzed. If you're driving,
And you can
then you're
control
dead.
it because paralyzation you can't control, while you just don't have to have a conversation and you won't say the N word.
Yeah.
Just
Or you
never
might
have a
just-
conversation.
Or you just might, blurt it out, like if you have Tourette's or something, and you just start yelling, ah!
My
Yeah.
goodness, can you imagine being at a funeral just bam?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's when you're having a conversation. It's not that you have Tourette's.
Yeah.
So how many
You have
funerals
Tourette's,
are you
I
at?
remember
And,
yelling
you're
terrible
like,
shit.
hey,
It's true.
so let me tell you about this time.
All right.
All right, so let me ask you.
You can't really elaborate without offending people.
Yeah.
My Bieber, my Bieber.
Nah, it was my hitter.
Yeah,
My hitter. See my beaver? My beaver, my beaver.
Power 96 said that we should just replace every N word with Bieber. My Bieber, my Bieber.
I'm partial to my ninja.
I like Ninja too. That's a good
Ninja.
one.
Who doesn't love ninjas?
Vanilla Ice loves them.
He made a rap about him.
Yes.
So let me ask you guys: would you rather get $100 every day for the rest of your life, or right now, one time, get $1 million?
I'd have to do the math.
No, right now.
So $100 a day is
Every
not
day.
that much.
Nah, I take the million.
Yeah.
1 million.
1 million.
Million, yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? I feel pretty young. I'll take the 100 per day.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I can
Yeah, you could do a lot of things like that you would normally wouldn't do. Like, I got $100. Yeah.
extra $100. Hey, I'll hit up the casino, see if I can double it up or whatever. Yeah, see.
Yeah, every day you could.
Not just good looks with my perfect body that I got now.
Dan, imagine what you could do with
Gold
$100 a day.
But if you get the
An extra $100 a day.
Oh, that's dangerous. But no, I would go with the lump sum of $1 million right away because I could do a lot more.
That's true.
Yeah.
Would you rather be transported back in time 12,000 years and gain eternal youth and various superpowers, or carry your life on as it is
So like nothing happens, or I get to go back in time.
And
Yeah,
live
you-
forever.
and live forever?
12,000. So that's Jesus. That's,
So that's before the world ever existed.
No, it's 10,000.
To some
It's
people.
like 11,000 BC or 9,000 BC, whatever. I mean, shit.
But you can't die, so
Well, no.
Fuck it.
He said that you can't die of old age. You can still.
No. You're gonna be alive the whole time till now.
yeah.
But
So you have to
I
go-
would be a god over there because if I'm gonna have the knowledge I have or like powers or
Yeah,
something,
you can invent fucking-
I will be.
you never
Humans will
age?
not be around as you know.
No, but I will make.
Homo sapiens will not exist.
I'll make all of
they
the
will.
You could be with
10,000.
Cro-Magnons.
Dude, there will be cavemen. There'll be Neanderthals and shit.
No, I think I'd go back. I'd go back. I wait until
No, you'd
10,000 years until now, and then get back with Sonia. Hopefully. I love you, sweetie.
You could save yourself for 10,000.
I'll go back and
man.
you know,
Except you and Manny.
go back and like kill Pontius Pilate.
Well, you can't fuck around with the history, or else you can't come back to us and your friends.
Or maybe that means that I become the Messiah.
That'd be pretty cool. And so this,
Only the true Messiah denies his divinity.
But you'd have to learn Aramaic and Greek and Latin. Yeah,
I'd have plenty of time
Yeah,
to do
but yeah,
that.
because you're just going to have open access to
no,
books.
but you said he has various superpowers. Maybe it's like super intellect, and he can fucking learn.
Maybe
That's
not.
true. It could be super.
No, but I mean,
predictive-
if you're immersed
And
in
it's super, nail growing and
super endless poops.
you have really long,
Silver.
really long pubes.
Like, okay, I mean, more than now?
Yes, you can string it and play the guitar with it.
That's how he invented the
You
first.
invent the first guitar.
all right. So let me ask you guys then. So back to the money then. Would you rather pocket $10 million or gain the knowledge to make $10 million?
Gain knowledge.
Yeah, you gain the knowledge because if you have that knowledge, then you can make more than that.
But you may need the resources though. You have the knowledge of how to do it, but you don't have the parts.
Yeah, but if you have the knowledge, you can usually figure out the opportunity to
But
get.
it'd
the-
take time. I'll take an immediate 10 million.
10 million's a lot of money. I'll take the
Take
10
the
million.
immediate 10 million. You don't know if you're going to die tomorrow.
After I said I would do the $100 fucking day one. but 10 million's a lot more than just 1 million.
Yeah, it's almost 10 times.
And what if
Wait, let me do the math. One.
and what if it's like, you know how when you make a wish in any story, the genie always like fucks it up and like.
Oh, you
gives
mean like
something-
Mephisto?
Yeah, like does it in a way that you didn't intend. So that's what happens. You would get the knowledge of how to make $10 million, but it will take you 10 million lifetimes.
Or you have the knowledge, but you're a potato.
Exactly. you just become a potato.
You turn into a vegetable.
So I take the
A
$10 million.
delicious
Even, even if it's in pennies, I'll fucking take it.
All right, so let me ask you guys. If humanity was about to make a colony on the moon, would you rather the colony be facing Earth or away from the Earth?
So they live on the dark side of the moon.
Yes.
That's kind of interesting. Wow, I don't know.
No, I think it would be cool to view them, like, so, you got a telescope, Dave.
So they'll always be in daylight.
Yeah, exactly. In case, something awry goes up, since the moon is tidal locked, you want to keep tabs on them for whatever reason. Just in case shit goes awry or if they need help.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that if they were on the other side, we would
We have
improve
satellites,
technology that
yeah,
would
fair enough.
get communication out there pretty quick.
I don't know. I think visually it look cool. Maybe it would be
Actually, for
something you could see.
for engineering purposes, I would choose the light side because you could always just make it darker by being enclosed.
Yeah.
And if you need light, you don't actually have to engineer a light.
And they'll probably use
And a
solar
power
power.
source.
Yeah, for sure.
So practical answer.
Science nerds over here. Whee!
I would say the colony should face Earth just for the better view.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
people on the moon, I mean.
And also, asteroids aren't pelting you because you have the Earth in front of it.
Would you
Well, if an
rather?
asteroid hits the Earth, like the moon's probably fucked anyway.
No, but they have little
No, no.
meteoroids.
Yeah, like he's talking about little meteorite
Ah.
strikes.
Would you rather have a ring that instantly absorbs the knowledge of any book you touch,
Wow.
or a van that requires no fuel, cannot be stolen, and can teleport anywhere in the world?
Oh, fuck, the car. I drive in Miami. No, fuck, the car. The car.
So teleport anywhere or infinite knowledge?
Yes.
Well, could I get the knowledge to learn how to teleport somewhere?
There's always the loophole.
If there is written knowledge of how to teleport, yes, you could.
I'll take the cool teleporting ice cream truck.
I'd go with the ring of knowledge. That sounds really fucking cool.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
Sounds like a ring you pick up in Diablo.
I think I'd go with the van just because, I love traveling. I like to experience things that way.
And then
I don't want to just know it. Okay, I know it, but I haven't experienced it.
Exactly.
You can, lure kids in there and be like, hey, we have candy. Help me find my lost puppy.
You can do that with the regular van.
Then, ladies and gentlemen,
Or you
once
can
again,
enter the Twisted Metal Twisted Metal contest. Enter in a sweet tooth.
And as soon as you're about to lose, you teleport somewhere else.
they fall off the thing. No, then you can teleport to the moon that we were just talking about, to the moon colony.
And to bring it full circle, not
Or
really.
full orbit.
Would you rather have the power to punch people through the internet, or
Yeah.
be able to win any fist fight in real life?
Oh, I would do the real life fist fight.
Oh, the guy with the fucking anger issues, he's like, fuck yeah.
No. I'm little too, so what fight can I win now? So I would be a huge draw. Be this little and I can knock out anyone. That would be awesome. I'd be a fucking millionaire in 6 months.
Dude, challenge Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I could probably knock him out already.
I want to fight you. You're a little guy. I want to fight you.
He's a little guy too, man.
There's no money
I'm
in
taller
this.
than him.
yeah. Connor's little. He's like 5'4".
Yeah, he's the guy that took that option B.
Conor McGregor's 5'4".
He's like 5'4", 5'5". He's
Holy
little.
shit! So he's shorter than Rey Mysterio,
About the same size.
dude. Oh my god.
He's a little dude. They bill him, I think, at 5'6", but he's little.
But he's got a fucking shiny suit and a pair of shoes to match.
So what's the next beer, guys?
Yeah.
Start pouring out that one.
Oh,
That one.
oh, it's all right. So this is the one.
The metal chef.
Yeah. So,
Well, don't tell us yet about it because
Yeah, it's going around. Sorry. I didn't realize
But,
mine was next.
here, I'll pour.
All right, there we go. So
Tell us a joke, Dan. Or no, Tony, tell us a joke.
That might not be safe.
How do you keep someone from stealing your bagels?
you put locks on 'em.
Exactly. You put locks on it.
You sound like Weird Al Yankovic when you said that. It's a Twinkie Wiener dog. Can I talk about the beer now?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so this is from Cigar City. Has featured many times on the show. It's from Tampa. This was a special bottle release in the tap room. It's a collab with help from former Beer Bros BS homeboy Eddie. He got
Of the Rock and Roll Beer Guy podcast.
very good.
Shameless
And-
plug.
True that. And so Kill Switch Engage, the metal core band, they did a collab. So this is a cranberry IPA. so very unique for them. So it's called Alive or Just Brewing, which the label art is similar to their Alive or Just Breathing album, which is easily my favorite one.
It's one of like the classic metal albums of the last 20 years.
I agree. It's probably one of my favorites. There's no other
Is it your favorite
descriptions.
Killswitch album?
It's my number one.
Alive or Just Breathing
Yeah.
is the best Killswitch album,
Yep.
in my opinion.
And Adam from Killswitch says the same thing.
I think it's their most, like, it's their breakthrough, obviously. And I mean, End of Heartache was humongous.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I mean, shit, they're both very different sounds, too. I mean, obviously with Jesse Leach and then Howard Jones. But I mean, yeah. Anyways, back to the beer.
Yeah, beautiful. So it's got a very light hazy color. I'm not sure of the ABV. It's not listed. So it's a standard IPA. So I would imagine
The scent on it is awesome.
Yeah, it's very dank, very floral.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably by taste, I would imagine it's about like 6.5, 7.
Sure.
Well, that's the same thing as Highlight, I guess.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Dude, it's really fucking tasty. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do like the cranberry. Like, it's not very overpowering, but
It's noticeable, and it
just makes the
balances-
IPA like fruity.
And
it's
cranberries
nice.
are good for your kidneys.
There you go.
Yep. It balances.
So if you have a
that
UTI,
bitterness.
you need some Alive or Just Brewing IPA.
Yeah.
Public service announcement from Beer Brooms.
And then you'll be alive or just peeing.
Yeah. I don't think there's any more left at the tap room.
No, they-
It's still some left. All right. So if you're in the Tampa area, hit up the tap room at CCB.
Yeah, check the CigarCityBrewing.com website. You can see what they have in bottles.
True. Yeah, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was only like $10 a bottle.
It's like 13, I think.
Yeah. So for a limited release and very tasty.
It tastes like metal.
Oh yeah. Hey-o! I had to throw that in.
There you go. That's for Adam, if he's listening.
Hey.
Maybe Adam's the name of our listener.
Could be.
We might be hanging out with certain
Is
people we know.
Adam the first listener?
Since you had the best joke, what topic you got for us?
Wait. Better than how you keep someone from stealing your bagels?
Yeah.
We kind of guessed the answer, though.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, look.
Oh, he's 2 for 2.
Look. Is it my fault you guys heard it before? And you knew the answer?
On this eve, I think Jose wins.
I see what you did there.
So, the topic I have today is from space.com.
Oh shit!
Space.
I wonder what it's about.
Freeze-dried space sperm gives rise to healthy baby mice.
Not what I thought it was about.
Say that again.
Freeze-dried space sperm gives rise to healthy baby mice.
So
Shit.
Space sperm.
Space
I need to hear more.
sperm.
Tell us more
Sperm.
about the space sperm.
Okay, so for 9 months, and the International Space Station, they fast froze mouse sperm, which it's a process to freeze very quickly, so it doesn't the cells don't actually get corrupted or broken. And they were doing tests to see if they are able to have freeze dried sperm in space. This is important because if we need livestock while we're traveling through space, they need to be able to know, hey, can we reproduce like a cow or something so we're able to be kept fed.
Shit. Wow.
Or have like a doomsday like vault where we have like human sperm like out in space also, just in case of a natural disaster.
Well, there's tons of radiation, so I think that would be kind of odd to keep it out there. Come back with mutant mice.
Omega sperm.
Omega sperm. No, it does talk that there is radiation, and it did, to Dave's point, it did actually harm it a little bit, but when it came back, the sperm that actually did survive, actually they didn't notice any difference than having like Earth frozen sperm on mice. So it is possible to. So they're obviously doing research for this, and what a shot!
Take a shot. Just say sperm one more time for Dan.
Sperm. Yeah. So jizz in space.
He can't even look at you right now.
Space jizz gets frozen. Boffins freeze space jizz. Make mice.
I didn't know that space could ejaculate.
It's like, how are they collecting it? Don't you know space?
No, stop it, JJ.
Don't you know space mice are everywhere?
Not looking.
Sperm.
I broke everybody. Woo! The face that was not there previously joke always works.
That's. I guess it's one sticky space station now.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, you don't want that shit contaminated all over the space station either.
Did
Can
they
you
have to
imagine,
use lotion to get the sperm from the mice?
I have no idea who. Wow, I don't even know. Do they put like a fake plastic mice there and have it like hump it, or do they like go with tweezers like?
Only the
Put
most
rat porn.
scientific talk here on Beer Bros BS.
Well, there are people that masturbate livestock for artificial insemination. So
And sometimes they do
it stands to reason that you could do it with mice.
A beer fest, jerking off the frogs. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Oh, exactly.
Or or rub it, rub it, rub it. I gotta laugh.
Oh, shit.
So now Tony got this one. So Tony, let's go next.
All right, so
But drink up, guys.
I'm going to talk about this past weekend. The little woman and I, Danette, we went up to St. Augustine to spend the weekend for her birthday, and neither of us had really gone and done the tourist thing in St. Augustine, but it's a cool town. It's as you guys probably know, it's the oldest city in the United States, and founded in 1565. We did a few things. We went to the Castillo de San Marcos, which is a fortress that was built there by the Spanish, and then, when it was a Spanish territory.
Aliens built it.
Aliens built it.
Spanish aliens.
They give the people air.
Other side of the wall for you. Because it's a fort.
Very good, Dan.
Right.
We're ruining your story.
I know, right? So you can visit the fortress. You can learn about its history. We also went to the Fountain of Youth, which is a little park where Ponce de Leon landed, or it landed in the vicinity of this park. And there is a spring there which is labeled the Fountain of Youth, so you can drink from it.
Full of LSD. And
It tastes like fucking ass, but you can drink from the Fountain of Youth. And as you can see, I look way younger, don't I?
Yep.
Your head
Your
is shinier.
balls are
Your balls have ascended back up into you.
They are wrinkle free.
It was the smoothest balls I've ever seen.
You teabagged the Fountain of Youth?
All my pubes have retracted, so it looks just like a baby cock. I don't know.
Like more so.
Oh!
Shots fired. Pew 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 pew. There's no soundboard, clearly.
Sorry for that image, everyone, listeners. What else did we do?
If only you knew that Ponce de Leon did the same thing when he found it.
That's
That's
awesome.
why it tastes so great.
Yeah, that was the taste you had there.
It's all like full of minerals and like sulfury and stuff. It's kind of gross, but whatever. We visited the old jail. So it's an old jail. It's been there like a couple 100 years, and they had many prisoners staying there. They had hangings there. There's a guillotine, gallows.
They had garrote.
Not
For
a
a second, I thought you said guillotine. I'm like,
No,
the
I'm
hell's
sorry.
a guillotine?
I used the,
No, there's not
Sorry,
Jose
sorry.
saying-
It's not a guillotine. It's a gallows. Sorry.
Didn't they have
Where they hung people, yeah.
Yes.
Didn't they have the garrote? The Spanish way of executing people.
No, it was
You're right, JJ?
a gallows.
Okay.
They hung people by the neck until they died.
No, because they also had garrote, which was that they strap your head into the chair and then they screw on the back.
Like a vice?
Well, they didn't have that
Oh, okay.
at the old jail. This jail is like from the late 1800s, early 1900s. So I guess.
Oh, okay. So it was a bit more humane. So they hung people.
Exactly. What else do we do? There's a museum there, the Leitner Museum, which has a eclectic collection of all just various curiosities, and also there's two breweries there now, actually there's three. We visited two of them. The one we didn't visit is called Ancient City Brewing, but we tried some of their beers in local restaurants, and they had like a pretty nice pale ale. And also there's Bog Brewery, which had like a good mix of stuff. They had like a stout with chilies and a vanilla stout and some different IPAs. And then the one we really liked is another brand new brewery called Old Coast Ales. And they had some really good IPAs and a really good ESB, I have to say.
Nice.
So, if you're in Florida and you're looking for a weekend trip for a nice place, a nice drive, you can
Did you
go
do
to-
the whole take photographs of the people shooting the cannon into the water at the fort
No.
during the day? No.
They do actually have demonstrations where they fire cannons, so if you're interested in seeing a cannon being fired, you can do that.
Or watch me jump into a pool.
Although they have a very good nightlife also by the fort, like they have lots of clubs and.
Oh, actually, the other thing we did was we did a ghost tour.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Spoopy.
That was the word. It was spoopy. No, we actually had like a pretty cool tour guide. He wasn't like cheesy.
How is there a ghost tour that's not cheesy?
No, like the guy, he was like a good storyteller. He kept it interesting. He didn't try to just make it didn't have people hiding wearing sheets. Nobody's jumping out at you or anything.
Oh, okay.
Just like
I would.
It was a cool storytelling.
The history of the city, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Cool.
So that was my past weekend.
Okay. And that brings us to our next beer of the night. This one is always a fan favorite. It is a beer that I brought, but it is corked. So Jose needs to try and open this without
uncorking it.
A live uncorking.
Live uncorking right into the studio fan.
Jose's gonna.
Hopefully, I don't kill my cat.
He's gonna pull on David's cork right now.
So I've been aging this bottle for maybe a year and a half now.
His figures are out David's cork.
They're spinning it feverishly.
So big.
Watch out with that wood. They'll get in your eye.
These jokes
Here we
never
go.
get old. Nice.
And the cats went running. Holy shit. That was a good one.
I don't know if that mic even works anymore.
Fast.
We do apologize to the listeners. That was
Testing.
really, really fucking loud. So.
Sorry for blowing out your eardrums if you're listening on headphones.
He was pointing that shit at me.
Tony,
I
it doesn't matter.
ducked
They
under
can't
the
hear
table.
you.
Oh, true.
Mump.
Mop.
Little Archer love for the Archer fans out there. Oh no, that was a good corking. The past two have been a little bit weak. Your grip was strong, Jose.
Yes.
You spit on your hands that time?
Hey, whatever to get the job finished.
So this is
Whatever it takes.
a series by the Boston Beer Company, aka Sam Adams, that they came out with a few of these bottles. We had one of these in episode 13. Go ahead, take a listen to it. But we do apologize for the craptastic audio at the time. We were still a new show then. And we had said that we wondered what this beer would be like if we had, a beer of this style, if we had aged it a little more. So that was about, I'd say, a year and a half ago, a little bit longer. This is Samuel Adams' New World. It's an ale aged in oak barrels. It's a golden triple with notes of spice and tropical fruit. It's 10% alcohol by volume. What do you guys think?
You get plums on the nose.
Yeah, very dark fruity.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, yeah, you get raisiny also at the back end.
Yep.
But it's not up
Super
front,
raisiny,
it's at the back end.
A lot of raisin at the end, yeah, no
It's
doubt.
quite viscous.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me of, I don't even know if we had it on the show, but the Dogfish Midas Touch.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, actually, it's like dried peaches, and then it goes into raisins.
Yeah.
Like, the dried, like, fruit, like apricot, like...
Did you say it was made with honey?
No.
It tastes like it is.
It is spice and tropical fruit aged in oak barrels. You definitely get the oak, though.
Yeah, dude. Now that you mentioned honey, it feels like it a little bit. It almost feels like that it would be like thick or sticky.
Yeah. So this is the back of the bottle. With its pale golden color and uniquely refreshing taste, this big, flavorful, and complex brew has a subtle herbal hop character combined with tropical fruit and spice notes of its special Belgian yeast. One of our brewers' favorite places to experiment is in the barrel room of our Boston brewery. It's here that each of our Samuel Adams Barrel Room Collection brews was born. And if you'd like to find out more about this beer, just go ahead and visit SamuelAdams.com.
What was that? BeerBrosBS.com?
BeerBrosBS.com?
We'll link through there. BeerBrosBS.com.
Do they still do that program?
I don't know. I'm going to say probably not, and that the bottles, if you see any in the store, are probably from that time.
True.
No, but there's a really nice bottle to, like, do a vertical, maybe.
I like the bottle itself. It's like a...
Yeah, it looks like
cool
an old
design.
school, like a cask. Is it supposed to be a cask or a fermenter?
I don't know, man. I thought it was a lighthouse.
Actually, you might be right.
Yeah, could be. And I like all the pirate ships on it. I know they're not pirate ships, but I'm going to say they're pirate ships.
It's a schooner. It's a schooner.
You dumb bastard.
It's a Beagle, Beavis.
So I'll go next, since this is my beer.
Okay.
All right, then.
This is an older story from 2013. I didn't believe this was real. So there was a news station, KTVU. They reported a racist joke as names of Asiana Flight 214 that crashed,
no.
the pilot's names.
No, I think I remember this.
I was going to say, did they take the "Would you rather" where they have to say the N-word in conversation?
No, so evidently there was several levels of fuck up that happened, and so a flight, Asiana Flight 214 crashed, and they listed the names of the pilots. The names that were listed and read on air was first Captain Sum Ting Wong.
I think I remember this.
The next pilot's name was Wee Tu Lo. Holy fuck, and Bang Ding Ow.
Hey, when that happens.
That's amazing.
Evidently, they had there was somebody that had got the names, and they tried to get it checked with the NTSB in DC, and there was somebody that said, "Yeah, that's the names," and they traced it back to a summer intern who broke protocol and gave the names. Obviously, intern was fired, and you can find the video several times online, seeing this reporter say, "Captain Something Wong."
Did they realize it as they were saying it?
No, evidently, I think they said 10 researchers had seen it, and they said it was okay because they got clearance from the NTSB, which the NTSB does not do that. So,
Wow.
I guess somebody called, and the intern picked up the phone and said, "Yeah, that's absolutely
sure,
the names."
man. Here you go.
So that's that
messed
TV
up,
crew,
but really funny.
and then they try to send a cease and
Well, it goes
desist.
to show you don't know what, like, the media sometimes doesn't even know what is reliable source sometimes.
Yep.
Because how many times has, like, Fox News or any other...
Any of them.
I remember there was one news story, I think it was Fox News, that picked up a Onion article and read it off as a legit article. That shit happens because they're like, oh, well, is it a reliable source? Or just like the shark bites porn star, and then everybody was like, oh, freaking out, like, and then it ended up being a fake story, fake news.
Yeah. Wrong. Fake news.
For this, like, Something Wong thing, I have to wonder if just people got the memo, they read it, and they said, I'm going to see if someone above me actually catches this, and like pass it on, and just everyone did that.
But if I was reading those names, nothing would have happened because I would have read every one of those names wrong.
Some Ting Wong.
Some Tang Wong.
Oh, and that reminds me, there was actually that happened right after there was another accident. The Chicago Sun-Times had apologized for its front page headline that said it spelled out Fright 214.
No,
But they had to apologize because they were being criticized that they were
like Asians saying flight.
with a
dude, that's bad.
Fright
That sucks.
214.
That's bad.
Aye.
That's
That
really
actually
bad.
does sound like one of those like cheesy headlines that
Yeah.
newspapers do though.
Oh wow, that is fucking crazy.
Another Chicago Sun-Times. Dan.
So anyway, I got something that's semi-related. If you're talking about stuff like that, and
Well, yes, we were.
yeah,
Please
so
continue.
I don't know if you guys had heard about a story. There's a couple of instances of stuff like this. There was this woman that sued a radio station a couple years ago because they had a contest where she could win $100,000, and so she won. She goes and is getting her prize, and they give her the fucking chocolate bar, $100,000, and she sued the radio station, and I don't think that she got anything, but whatever. I mean, they were like, "Hey, we gave her a $100,000 bar," and so I thought that was kind of funny. There were other instances of it, like people that.
You wouldn't think that was funny if it happened to you though.
No, I mean,
Well, it's like the contest that
I'd be
they
pissed,
there was
said
a contest that they were
for
giving a Toyota. Exactly. There was you'd get a Toyota, and the winner won a Yoda toy, like a
Toy
fucking
Yoda.
stuffed Yoda.
And by the way, happy 40th for
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yep. Happy
That's
4th
true.
to Star Wars.
But that guy won a Toyota.
Yeah.
And I think there was another one where somebody said, if I get, if I get enough likes or something, I'm going to go out and walk around. I'm going to walk naked down the street. And they were like, what? No way. No, you're not going to do that. They said, hey, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do it right
Makes his
now.
dog naked.
And they went and walked around, and their dog was named Naked, and they walked it around. But, yeah, dude, I just thought it was kind of funny. It's a stupid little story, but, it goes to show that, like, people could screw with people like that, similar to
The
Would you
genie.
rather is
or-
the genie or Mephisto?
yeah, it's the same
Whatever
kind
you
of
wanna
deal,
call it.
Oh, you wished for a Toyota? Here you go. You have a fucking toy of Yoda, you bitch.
Or wait, the guy from
Unbelievable.
or like
Hey.
or like Calypso from Twisted Metal.
Oh, hickory dickory dock. All right, yeah. Jack and Jill both went up the hill with a bucket of quarters, and Jill came down with $2.50. Ow!
And that brings us to our next beer of the night.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh yeah, and
Jose,
so-
Jose, and JJ, gotta finish your beers.
So here's what we got now. We're drinking
Beer.
a Innis and Gunn limited edition oak aged beer, and this one is a bourbon aged dark ale. It is specifically a dark amber color beer, and it's supposedly kind of coconut, orange. They say a little bit of like a caramelized fruit sort of taste with it as well. I'm still gonna wait a little bit to take a sip of it now. So if you want, you guys can describe it a little bit as I pour it out.
This one's a little bit dark because we had a few episodes back another Innis Gun barrel aged.
I think all their beers are barrel aged, no?
Yeah, all the beers are barrel aged, but it's different like wood that they
And
use.
they'll do different barrels. They have like a rum barrel, an Irish whiskey barrel. Those
Yeah,
are
we did
different
the
ones.
rub barrel, I think it was, but this one's definitely darker, like on the color.
Got a very nice, sweet
I just
aroma.
gotta say,
And it's smoky.
if you ever said their name backwards,
Like Gunn and Innis.
no,
but take out the
Nuggus. Nug.
goodness,
Nug City,
Gunn and
no,
Innis?
no,
Nugs.
just
What?
switch the names,
Oh,
Gunn and Innis.
but you take out the N. Guinness.
Guinness.
Gunn and Innis.
They're Irish too.
Aren't they Scottish?
Yeah, they are.
Anyway.
And if it's not Scottish, it's crap.
always end up pronouncing it like innocent gun. Like innocent and then gun.
Dan, is this
It's
age?
smoky, though. So,
You know what, man? It might be a little bit aged. I know that I've been sitting on it for a while in the cellar that is the corner of my closet.
no, but it's a nice smoke. I like smoky.
Yeah,
It's
I've had
like a
this.
Roch, almost.
I've had this since November of 2015. So, whoops.
I mean,
So on episode 15,
okay.
we had the limited edition oak aged Highland Ale, and on episode 63, we had the hopped bourbon cask ale.
All right. This one is probably more similar to that one, right? The bourbon barrel, because it's a bourbon barrel also.
Yes,
Don't drop the box.
it is. It is similar because they are both bourbon cask ales.
Fuck you guys.
When two things have
Hey man,
identical characteristics,
You know, like
that makes them
beer,
similar.
They may be similar.
This beer it kind of
Unless they're
tastes like
infected,
another
which is
beer
not.
I've had. Speaking of beer, we're gonna drink
Everyone's
another
laughing
beer.
except Jose, and he's like, "I don't fucking get it. What the fuck are you guys laughing at?
What the fuck?
It must be sarcasm. I don't get it.
Who the fuck is?
Oh shit! I almost spit that out.
Oh shit! Don't spit on the fucking soundboard.
Dan likes it when you spit on.
I mean, I prefer swallowing. But
What?
Nobody likes a spitter.
I mean, I prefer when people swallow.
He's on fire. Boom shakalaka.
What the fuck is going on?
Anyway, so this beer, it's pretty good.
What just
Yeah,
happened?
you definitely get a lot of the oak. You get. It kind of tastes like a Belgian dark, but
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Can I get some of that bourbon cask?
kind of get some of that.
It's kind of like the last one.
It's kind of like another
I
bourbon.
wasn't here for that one. I wasn't here for that one, so fuck you guys.
Tastes like I'm having some more. Huh?
I think I probably know what's happening.
What's the
you know
ABV?
that glass that you have? That's not a 9.
Oh, I know. And by the way, this is a 7.4% ABV.
7.4
Oh,
for a
okay.
bourbon barrel. Huh.
Yeah.
7.4.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's low.
It is a little lower than I would have expected, but yeah,
nice.
7.4.
I wanted to read this
Right,
from the box.
you mean
451
17.4?
449 28226 U. Just wanted to read the UPC.
Why?
All right, and we've lost Dave.
Enough about UPCs. I've been scanning UPCs and doing applications to scan UPCs for the past 2 months.
So
That's very interesting.
So
Jose.
you'd say you're-
how about this beer?
So you say you're down with UPC?
Yeah, you know me. Anyway, so yeah, the beer's very good. It what Tony was saying, it reminds me of like a Belgian dark. Do you
Yeah.
get like dark fruity?
It's dark fruit, like I don't know, like a caramelized apricot or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would probably.
It's a weird thing to describe.
that a thing?
Caramelized. Yes, is that a thing?
It is, but
a
like what I would
caramelized
imagine.
apricot.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It can be now. Jose,
There's a little bit of sweetness. Like I don't
Try
know,
not
like
to scald your
it's your
beer.
beer or the
That would be the end of it. The apricot.
That's the one after the other one.
Do you know how to grapefruit your man?
that was awesome, my guy. You know, it's a good episode when we're shaking the studio growlers. We're completely surrounded. I don't think anyone knows our studio. Completely surrounded by growlers, almost completely. And
Or glasses.
or
of beer.
glasses, like beer snifters and whatnot.
And unfortunately, Tony's right under the growlers, so if any of them tip over,
So it's right on the edge. You're about to break.
I even had
Oh,
one
God.
of the Guinness
Oh, God.
growlers from
Fuck
the
that
Open
guy.
Gate Brewery.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
My friend brought it back for me.
Wow.
So we have JJ left and one beer, right?
That's correct.
So you guys gotta drink up. JJ, go ahead.
All right, so a little bit of Florida news. Not Florida man, but Florida news. So you guys want to give me some Florida news theme here? Some breaking news?
Americano.
All right, exactly.
Radio Beer Bros.
Nice, Jose. I like it. Now we've ruined the eardrums of our listeners 2 times in one episode. Anyway, so here you go. Breaking Florida news. So for any of those who visit Florida or live in Florida, as you know, we got Universal theme parks. They just opened up their brand new expansion. It is their water park called Volcano Bay. Today was the grand opening. It features 18 attractions, which, there's multiple slides to each attraction. Lots of... what the fuck?
I thought about multiple slides. Tell me more.
Yeah. No, but some slides, like some rides, they count the overall...
I get what you're saying, man. Yeah, like it might be one named thing, but it has like 3 ways to go or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know
Thank
what
you.
you mean.
So it's actually the most of any water park in the southeast right now. So it's at the record. It also has the largest.
Wait, is it the slip and slide record?
Go away. Sorry. I'm gonna throw you in the deep end. No, you threw me
I
off.
don't think
dude.
he got the Trick Daddy reference.
Yeah.
No, I did, but just
Okay, what? Shut up.
yeah.
See, that one would have worked.
Yeah, there you go. We're on fire now. So it has the largest drop. It's called a drop floor slide. So basically, it's an enclosed tube. It's at the top of the volcano, which they have made an artificial volcano that you can see from pretty much any highway in Orlando.
Can you sacrifice a virgin?
I don't know. You can
Do
sacrifice a
you
goat.
drop or the bass drops?
Bass drop. And so it's 153 feet, I believe, which is the peak of the actual volcano.
100.
Yeah, because they give you perspective. If anyone's been to Blizzard Beach, the summit plummet is 113.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it's a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's not as steep because it's a longer slide, so it's like overall
So there's a slide that goes from the very top of this mountain or
close
or
to
volcano.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, close to it. And so you're if they give you a quick description, it's so you're enclosed in a tube, and you don't know when, because you're standing vertical and you're standing on the floor, and all of a sudden the floor will drop out, and then you fall through the tube slide.
Damn.
And it goes through part of the volcano, so it's dark.
So it's like the Hunger Games, like you're just there in the...
Right. Think if anyone's seen the 80s movie Running Man, like when they shoot them through the little...
Yes.
So it's
tube.
like that when you do the drive-through outside of the bank and you put that little can
Yes!
in the fucking
Right,
tube.
and then all of a sudden you're just...
That's awesome.
So, but you're not being sucked.
Oh, well, I don't want to go now.
So,
I'd pay extra for that slide.
About slip and
and
slide.
so the other cool...
It's a slippery slope.
I know, it sounds a little sticky. But,
that's what they signed Trina for.
nice.
Is there a lazy river?
Yeah, so there's 3 lazy rivers on this one.
Oh, fuck yeah. Love lazy
For
rivers.
extra lazy people.
Yeah, no, but one is like extreme rapids, so it's,
That doesn't sound lazy at all.
yeah, no, that's the idea. They have one that's like more chill, and then they have a family one that's, for small children to kind of separate them from...
That's the one I'd be drinking in.
True. And the real cool thing about this new park is once you come in, everyone gets this wristband. It's called the Tapu Tapu. And hey, I didn't come up with the name.
You're making
Little
that up.
tap-a-roo.
Yeah, I'll show you the thing. And basically what it is, there's these little tiki stands everywhere that have where you pick what slide you're looking for, and then you put your bracelet there, and it gives you a time to come back for that slide, so there avoids any lines. So you're not waiting up on the steps, and it's hot. And most of the rides have conveyor belts for the
tubes and
inner
stuff.
tubes, so you're not carrying them up the steps.
That's awesome. Yeah, because that's dangerous too. I mean,
Yeah, like if it's a
people
windy
would
day.
fucking fall down and
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass overall. Or like waiting for other people coming out of the previous slide. So looks really cool. I'm gonna be checking out in a few weeks, so I'll put something up on our site, little review, and they have craft beer, which is one of the first water parks to feature, and it's got a bunch of Florida craft beer and cool stuff. So
You heard it here on BeerBrosBS.com. Heard it here first, guys. And that brings us to our final beer of the night. Tony, please tell us about this fine beer.
Right. So this one is No Rules Vietnamese Porter from
just right.
No Rules. That's right, matey. It's No Rules Vietnamese Porter from Perrin Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan.
I thought Jose said Perrin before.
I know. I laughed at
They
that.
have a brewery in Perrin? How did I not know about that?
So it's a 15% imperial porter made with coconut and turbinado sugar, and then laid down and aged in bourbon barrels for several months. This actually has a perfect score of 100 on Rate Beer and a 98 on Beer Advocate.
Damn.
And it's got a actually they donate part of the profits from each bottle to the Raider Project, which benefits Marine veterans.
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Did you say there was molasses?
I did not, but who knows?
There's
There
tons.
might be.
You get a lot big on that taste here.
What makes it Vietnamese, though?
I guess because it's
Is the coffee Vietnamese?
Coffee from where?
possibly.
From where?
Vietnamese?
I actually
I
don't
added,
see anything
extra
about
somewhere. I
coffee
don't know
being
how I did
added,
that.
but I guess it's because it's benefiting veterans, maybe that fought in Vietnam.
Oh.
And it's got a little drawing here of Walter from The Big Lebowski.
Yep.
On the front.
That's awesome.
Abide. The dude abides.
So let's have a sip and see what we think.
A
Very
sniff from
sweet.
our snifter.
That is good, you guys.
Yeah, it is really good.
That is very tasty.
Dude, it smells amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Like, it smells like a chocolate bar.
yeah, it's like a candy bar in a glass.
It smells like a fucking Snickers.
Dude, holy crap.
That's delicious. Get yourself
Yeah, you
some
get
of this.
that caramel from the sniff.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Oh, whoa. That's really good.
Right?
It's really good.
Bro,
Last
it's-
to get it, I was
you know what? No, it's more like a Twix. Because you have some caramel in there.
Yeah, there we go. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Twix.
That is fucking
Tony, by the
good.
way, where can people get this? Since it's so amazing.
At the beer store.
No, is it
That's
like
a good question.
Distro?
I actually got this in a trade, so I don't know if it's available in South Florida.
You can get it from Perrin.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
right.
you're in Michigan, you should be able to find it. We actually did have the collab, the Perrin Cigar City Oscar Blues collab
Yes.
at Union Beer
At
Store,
Union,
the
yes.
Triangulation. So,
Oh, that was with the same people.
yeah,
Cool.
so maybe we'll start seeing Perrin beers down here.
Hopefully, Perrin with Cigar City Stout. Ooh.
It's a good sign because the triangulation was actually in a local Publix here. Like
What?
a 4-pack
Wow.
of triangulation. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, we got in like heavy stouts.
Pix tour didn't happen.
He's busting out the selfie.
Yeah,
Well,
actually
that-
did take a picture of it because it was so crazy.
You could always post it on
But
online.
you can't take your phone out like that, and if you don't have it, it just makes it even worse.
So, dude, it's a 15% porter, Imperial Porter.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Wait, that's
crazy.
what this is?
So why is it not a stout instead?
Why is it not Imperial Stout?
I don't know. I'm not the brewer.
Yeah, like I don't know what makes.
Well,
it
what's the Jose? What's the rating you do? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Where's your picture, JJ?
Yeah, I deleted the picture.
Likely story.
Eat it.
No, it totally is. If it's still there, I'll check
Alternative pictures.
All right.
fake news? Fake news.
Don't act
Fake
like
news.
you saw it in Publix when you didn't see shit.
You
in
didn't
Publix.
see shit there.
Alternative
it.
facts.
You.
right, so Jose, so what's that test they give the beer? The where they shine the light into it and they tell you like what kind of style it is based on the light that goes through it.
The color is based on SRM.
Yeah, it's like an SRM test, where they can say that it's the difference between a. You all right, JJ?
I'm all right.
Okay.
SRM?
Yeah, so that like a darker beer would be a stout, then a darker SRM would come out with a stout, and
Yeah, well, what the BJCP like puts out guidelines for different styles, and based one of the guidelines is like it has to be a certain SRM like color. So, but the difference between a porter and a stout is very much more like it's practically cutting hairs, like it's very indistinguishable almost, because you ask any amount like of head brewers inclusively, they did an article and they come up with different answers between the what's a porter and what's a stout.
If you're saying it's color only, like I don't know, man. I wasn't there a stout that was kind of light in color though? There was that
golden stout.
There was like a lighter colored
like
stout.
Master of Disguise. From
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of.
White chocolate.
The Master of Disguise was the one that I had on mine.
Actually, white chocolate.
But it was like it tastes like a dark stout, man. And it's,
Yeah, it tastes like it, but I think it's technically a golden ale, like
Is it?
because of or it might be a specialty beer. Like they just might be like, oh, it's its own thing. Like hard water, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of a Berliner, kind of.
hard water, no,
It's like a malt beverage. It's like
but it does have hops though. So.
right. Oh, so yeah.
So it technically is a rising. Well, actually, no, it's not, because it might have like flavor.
It's just a random thing.
It's a new thing. Hey, they invented a new thing.
Yep.
Miami in the house, taking over.
Back that ass up.
I was thinking,
Miami's in the house. Back that ass up.
Speaking of old local music, the old band, the Groovenicks, have a reunion show of like their 25-year anniversary or something.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's
I feel old.
It's coming up towards the end of June somewhere.
Oh, dude, hey, Tony, reunion. Come on.
You could do your fucking Twice the Sun 20th anniversary soon.
sure.
That's fucked up to say, but it's like not far off, right? I mean, when did you guys start that shit? In like 99, 2000?
No, like 2000 or 2001.
Yeah.
Because
No, I was still in high school.
well, no,
so
the
it was 2000.
the Roadrunner demo was like 02, 03, right?
What, 2001? Yeah, we're still in middle school.
So
For those listeners that don't know what the fuck we're talking about, Tony was in a very popular local band that got signed for a minute. So, very exciting. Got to play with STP.
That's true.
Pretty fucking awesome.
on the same bill. Wasn't Ludacris on that show?
Yeah.
Offspring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking A.
That was a fun show.
So let me ask you guys,
Now I just hang out with you guys and drink beer.
how the
We're getting back up there.
how the mighty have fallen.
I know.
Shit. Damn.
Fuck.
That's fucked up, dude. On that note, guys.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
And I couldn't be happier.
Aw, we love you too, Bubby.
Bubby. Jesus.
Yeah, I got names for my nights, huh? I'm sorry, I've been drinking.
You sounded like an old Jewish grandma.
I am Jewish.
Oh, for sure. No, you know, like what they would have on like the nanny and shit.
I know. That's why I said it's a funny word. I love it.
Fran Drescher probably calls everybody that.
Bubby.
How you doing, Booby?
I love it. It's a funny word, dude.
JJ, what burns your bacon?
What burns my bacon is going to be... Oh, shit. I just had it and I lost it. Someone else go.
Jose, what burns your bacon?
Moving furniture through fucking doors.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Moving furniture in general.
So I was going to say, so moving furniture in a room is okay.
No. Well, through a fucking door. It going into a room, out of the room, like just having to do all that fucking twisting and just like angling it and doing the correct thing, and then you figure out, oh wait, it doesn't fucking fit. We have to bust out the door anyways. And it's like such a mission to get like anything. We're trying to get like we tried to get one of the couches into my room. Doesn't fit. Absolutely. We tried everything. We tried like putting it diagonal, sideways, upside down, turning it inside out, like shrinking. We didn't try shrinking. Shrink gun. If I could shrink, well, if the furniture can shrink, I can shrink. That would be awesome. But yeah, definitely moving furniture is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, just moving it in general. I don't care about doors.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. JJ, what burns your bacon?
Okay, so I finally came back to me. It's been discussed before on a previous episode, but due to recent events online, and Dan actually, I think, either tagged me or commented on it.
Probably.
A local news station was talking about reminding people that don't use your hazards when it's raining down here. You know, it's illegal. And so I proceeded to go into the thing and fight with many.
Oh my
folks
god,
on
the comment thread on that blew my mind on how many people were like, I do that shit, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll get a ticket. You know, I'm not gonna do that. Like, and when you try to explain the reasoning to them why it is illegal, they just like, no, you're wrong. I'm like, and
that's when you wish you had the ability to punch the people through the internet.
right. And so I was just like,
But do you think that it might have been possible that somebody got upset and you tried to argue with them and they were just trolling you?
No. We're talking about like Dan saying that there was already comments on there of people saying, I don't care what the law is. I'm going to do it anyway.
So there were people that were like trolling the video.
Some of them probably were, yeah. But there was like
you decided to
hundreds
pick a fight with someone that was trolling, and they said, "Oh, I got a sucker
but
here."
I don't think
But
that
we're talking
all
about
of them
Miami,
were.
though.
No. Like, if you saw this, you would know that people were being legit serious, that they were
A lot of them were serious.
Yeah,
a lot
that,
of them
like,
were serious.
I'm with my kids. You know, it saved my life. I don't know how many times because people drive reckless on the thing. And then you got stupid people saying, oh, yeah, when it's driving, you know how it is. People on the turnpike, they're going like 80 miles per hour or whatever, and it's raining. So, I'm going below the speed limit. And I don't know if you saw that one. And people were like, yeah, well, then you get over to the right lane. No, there's no rule where I have to be in a certain lane to drive a certain speed. Yeah, there is. Below the speed limit? Yes, you do. If you're below the speed limit, you have to be in the right lane.
No, you cannot be below the speed limit at any.
Yeah, you can't be
like,
below the
any
speed
lane.
limit.
Right,
No.
that's what I'm saying.
Like 15 miles below the speed limit, you cannot.
Well, if you
be
get
in
pulled
any-
over for speeding, you could be pulled over for being too slow, too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
The minimum speed limit on the expressway is 45.
Yeah.
You have to at least be going 45.
Yeah.
There's signs that says minimum speed 45.
Some of them have that. Not all of them do.
Yeah, no,
Well,
That
I'm
is
saying
that
some.
is
State
true.
26 doesn't have that.
Right. But I'm saying the point is there's a reason why it's the law, and there's a video and everything there to explaining here's the reasons why, and it shows like what can
Like
happen.
if they're trying to turn lanes, you don't know.
Or if you brake because the hazards are flashing, you can't see the brake light good. That causes accidents.
yeah, I agree.
Well,
Okay,
you know what?
Henry.
I agree. It burns my bacon. Well, it burns our bacon also because law enforcement doesn't do enough. If they would have just given out tickets to people that put fucking hazard lights while it's raining, this would never happen.
But is the cop going to pull over a bunch of people in the rain? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you give a bonus.
Yeah. But so it's
I mean,
So it's a double burns my bacon because, one, people commenting on things that they don't actually watch the video or read. And then, again, putting your hazard lights in the rain. That burns my bacon.
What burns my bacon is the death by suicide of Chris Cornell.
oh, dude.
Oh, man. Wow, are we going to end the show like this, man?
No, we have Dan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make it so much happier. But, dude, damn, I wanted to, like, not talk about it. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
we should. No, he deserves fucking some time, dude.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said by fucking a million other people? But like, Soundgarden was an awesome band. It's like one of the bands that I listened to growing up, and has formed my musical taste. And obviously the guy was an amazing fucking singer with an incredible voice. And it's just like sad that we we don't have his music anymore. But also sad that like he had to kill himself.
Dude, the way he went out sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking with other fellow beer bro Armando, and Dan brought up that he in the past 30 years, he's one of the most influential singers.
No, the most. I mean,
there you go.
Like, think about it. Okay, if you're going back to the second half of the 80s till now, who would be a more influential rock singer? I mean, besides him, maybe you could say Eddie Vedder, maybe. But he's technically not better, but influential, maybe copied by people, yeah. But it's those two guys as far as I'm concerned.
But I mean, it's like, how can you really copy Chris Cornell with a voice like he had?
You can't. Exactly what I'm trying to say, yeah. People would copy the Vedder thing for a while.
Like, maybe the closest thing is the guy from Shinedown.
That guy's actually really good.
Yeah. But like...
The guy from Alter Bridge a little, but the guy from Shinedown does it a lot too.
Yeah, like I've always thought that Soundgarden is sort of like today's Led Zeppelin.
Oh, wow, dude.
And it's just a shame.
Yeah.
That's a crazy comparison.
Corey from Slipknot, when he did the tribute, they did Outshine during a Stone Sour show, and he was saying that everyone that was there, he was saying that it doesn't matter what kind of rock you play, like if it was metal or
Everybody
whatever.
was into
He
it.
said everyone had some sort of influence from Soundgarden at some point, either his singing or the fact that they were heavy but melodic at the same time, that they incorporated so many styles of rock and made it like their own sound that made them so unique. He said that it inspired everyone, even if you weren't a huge fan of Soundgarden or Audioslave or anything he did, his solo projects, that it still impacted you. And look at how many bands that you saw, like videos, how many different styles of different types of music, like, of all genres.
Yeah, man.
Doing a tribute to Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I saw a couple of
It was
country
amazing.
singers doing tributes. I mean, shit, before he died, and before either one of them died, Johnny Cash covered Rusty Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, but there was another country guy the other day that did a cover, like, as a tribute. There's a bunch of people, man. Fuck. Yeah, that was a bad one, dude.
Yeah.
And then I was reading some news that kind of confirmed my suspicions, and I didn't want to know it, but it was one of those moments where it's like, fuck, it's that thing you don't want to hear, but you hear it anyway. That, like, I was trying to figure out why it would have happened, how it could have happened, right? And so I was like, okay, I knew that he had apparently been clean for a while or whatever, but then I was like, shit, he seemed like he was in a good place, right? So maybe he had like a weak moment and relapsed, then became so depressed that it happened, that like that some shit took a bad turn, and that's what it's sounding like went down.
Yeah,
because they were saying, that he had fresh like track marks on his arm and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
So
regardless, we lost a fucking musical legend,
Yeah.
a fucking icon, and like someone that inspired a lot of us. Yeah, especially like me with music.
man.
So.
Absolutely, all kinds of music, man.
Can we go to a happy note now? Can we? What cooks my bacon perfectly?
Dan, what burns your bacon?
Oh my god, dude. I mean, to be honest, it's hard to really follow that. I mean, that was a bad one. I don't have anything really like right away in mind. I was actually thinking about the same thing that JJ was saying earlier. So, to be honest, I don't have anything else to say. I'll piggyback off of idiots driving with their hazard lights on, and then, if anything, not what burns my bacon, but what cooks it perfectly is the fact that we could continue to listen to Soundgarden and Temple of the Dog and, Chris Cornell music forever, regardless of what happened.
Oh yeah, rock and roll, baby.
Fuck yeah.
So let me ask you guys, what was your favorite beer of the night?
What the hell was that shit called?
No Rules.
What? Yeah, that's that shit that I didn't know the name. Yeah, that No Rules was fucking awesome.
From
yeah.
Perrin.
But quick, not to plug the beer that I brought, but the Kill Switch Engage Cranberry IPA is a 1B for me.
No Rules is a solid like A1, and then the Kill Switch. No. We didn't have nothing. Never mind. So no, I would put the Kill Switch one as tied as number 2 with the Berliner we had as the first beer.
Yeah, my second favorite was the Berliner.
Shocker.
Shocker.
All right, guys. Remember, as always, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeerBrosBS. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BeerBrosBS. Remember, go to Untapped. You can find out how we rank all these beers. Remember, send your ideas, questions, concerns, nudes, insults, jokes, questions, ideas.
And nudes.
BeerBrosBS@gmail.com. Remember, you can find everything on our website, BeerBrosBS.com. As always, please subscribe to our podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes,
And Podcast Addict.
Podcast Windows app.
and also all coding-enabled devices. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
And hey, I'm Dan.
You forgot to say, if you enjoy the show and you're so inclined, and you listen on iTunes, give us a rating. They would be much appreciated.
Comments,
by everyone,
reviews.
and it helps us out. Helps us
Please.
go up the iTunes charts. I think.
Please give us a review. Favorable.
I'll send you a goodie.
Yeah.
Contact JJ for that one.
Yeah. JJ will give you a sensual massage.
No.
The metal chef will cook you up some metal for you.
There you
Well, there you go.
go. I'll cook you some.
Maybe some pecan.
So,
Okay. I'm Tony at Craft Beer Gooner.
and I'm JJ, the metal chef.
Jose.
All right, good night, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. No,
Not that hard.
not that hard. Not. Yeah.
Beer Bros.
Beer bro.